Good morning, my dear students. How are you? I hope by the God grace all are in safe zone. Now, welcome to 8th standard and biology class. Now, we'll discuss the first chapter of the biology. Are you ready? Okay. You know very well, according to biology, entire the world can classify it into two things: living things and non-living things. So, living things have some of the characteristics. What are the characters? So, they have respiration. They need food. Okay, living things have some of the characteristics. First character is they respire. Second, so they need food. Other characteristics like their growth and development. They have to growth and development, and they reproduce. So some of the characters. Non-living things doesn't have these characteristics. So that's why those are called the non-living things. Of course, in the non-living things, so in the sub-stages are there. So the non-living things which are made by nature, non-living things which are made by man, means man-made non-living things are the present. That you know very well here. Now coming to the point, living things. So first characteristic, respiration. No, you know very well, without respiration, no one can survive on this planet. Correct or not? Okay, second, what is the second factor which is important for the all living things means food. So food. Food is very, very important. So food is very important. You know what is the importance of food? What is the importance of food? So why do we have to eat food? Why do we have to eat food means in the first of all, you know very well, we require energy. We require energy. So because we are doing so many activities, so we are doing, so playing or writing or so and so activities, we required energy. And even the internal actions like the respiration, of digestion, circulation, excretion, and so many actions are required energy. So that means, so that energy we are getting from the food substances. Okay, we are extracted our energy from food substances. You know, clearly we have learnt in the 6th and 7th classes, so that food, where it is also available, That means, where does it come from? The substances, food substances, where does it come from? That is, so one of the questions to rise. Correct? Yes. Now we'll discuss that is also where does. And actually these different types of the food sources are there. And especially plant sources, animal sources and natural sources are the present here. 3 types of sources. Okay, clear? So we need energy for our activities. That energy derived from the food substances. Food substances are, so where available means where does it come from means 3 sources, especially plant sources, animal sources and natural sources. Plant sources, you know, almost all the vegetables, fruits, cereals and pulses, grain, seeds and everything is came from the plant. Next, egg, milk products, so chicken, fish, these are came from this, all the animal sources. And salt and water, and especially salt and water, these are not came from the animal or plant. Okay, plant. So especially these are available in the nature, that's why, so these are called the natural sources. Clear or not? So one of the question, so enter in our mind. So what is the question? So who provides the food to our family? Generally father or mother to provide food to our family. So only 4 or 5 members are the present in our family. So that's why it is easy going. But so one of the question enter in our brain means in the mind. So what is the question? How can we provide food to the large number of the people in our country? Okay, clear or not? So how can we provide food to the large number of the people in our country? Because the country means So this is the large population is the present here. This huge population. How can we provide food to the large number of the people in our country? That is the most important questions which is rising in our mind. That's why, so we need, and just before going to the discuss, and was one of the topic I to discuss, and for example, if you ready, means you are ready to attend examination, and before going to the examination, definitely we make some plan, a particular plan and arrangements. So without plan, so definitely we want to a plan. If you have a plan, definitely you are able to secure good marks in examination. If you are not prepared before going to examination, you are not able to secure good marks in the examinations. So that is the reason, very simple reason. In the same manner, how can we provide to food to large number of the people in our country means we need some proper management. Proper management, definitely, and even this crop production, the proper management and regular production, crop production also to required. So in order to, definitely, in order to this, to provide food for the large population of our country, so we need definitely this management and regular crop production. That will discuss in this chapter clearly. So how the regular crop production is happen and how managed to and even satisfied the needs of the people, large population in our country. So that will discuss. This is the crop production and management. That is the title of our chapter. Okay, clear or not? Yes. Crop production and management. Okay. Before going to discussion of the subject, just to recall the history of the agriculture. History of the agriculture. You know very well the 10,000 BC, the people were nomadic. They don't know what is what. And then especially they lived in caves and top of the trees. They were mostly the bark of the trees and the skin of the animals. And even always they are moving from the one place to another place for searching their food. But unfortunately somebody ate the fruits and thrown the seeds outside. So then suddenly the seeds are germinate and they grow and they become tree. After they bear the fruits, flowers and so and so. So that's why they are surprised. Okay, they learn something. Okay, no need of moving from the one place to another place. So for searching of their food, and they start a particular place this crop. So that is the first beginning of the settlement life of the nomadic people. And after this, agriculture also start. So what is the crop and what is the agriculture? The definition of agriculture and what is the crop? Generally, crop. plants of the same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on large scale. This is the definition of crop. The crop in particular place. So same kind of the plants are grown or cultivated. So a particular place in the large scale. That is the crop. And what is the big meaning of agriculture? Nomadic people first time. So they could cultivate So the first time people could cultivate and produce the food crops. So this process is and produce the food crops. So that means the people could cultivate and produce the food crops. This process is called agriculture. Clear ma? The definition of crop and definition of agriculture. Okay. This is the first, this history of the agriculture. Then we'll come to the point like India. India, vast country. India is a vast country. The different types of climatic conditions are the present here. The different types of climatic conditions like temperature, humidity, and rainfall. So these climatic conditions are vary from one place to another in our country. So that's why accordingly the rich variety of the crops are grown in the different region of our country. That is the greatness. So that's why, and depending on this climatic conditions, that means then accordingly the total crop pattern, okay, this is the completely the cropping pattern, it is also divided into mainly two patterns. Okay, cropping patterns are the two important patterns are there. What are the patterns? Kharif crop. Kharif crop. Crop which are sown in rainy season. Okay, rainy season. The period of the season June to September. June to September. Okay. So what are the examples of this season? Means crops which are grown or sown in this season means especially paddy, cotton, groundnut. So these are the, so many is there, this is etc. The best example of Kharif season crops. Clear? Next, So what is the next crop season? Rabi crop season. Rabi crop. Same. The crop which are sown in here rainy season. This is winter season. Okay. So winter season. So what is the time of this season? Here the September. Here for after that October to March. October to March. October to March. So the examples of this crop. Example of this Rabi crop. Wheat, gram, pea, etc. These are the examples of the best example of Rabi crop. Okay, Rabi season crops. These are that's why this Kharif season and Rabi crop. But in summer season, and especially in summer season, some of the vegetables, okay, some of the vegetables are grown in the summer season. Generally after the April and May. This is completely the summer season, but some of the vegetables are so grown in the summer season. But nowadays, with the help of the biotechnology, almost throughout the seasons, some of the crops are grown. For example, banana. So such type of the crops are available throughout year. Correct or not? So this is the main seasons in India. Kharif season, Kharif crop season. Next one, Rabi crop. You ask one question. So why can paddy not be grown in winter season? The very simple logic. The paddy require lot of water. Okay, this require lot of water. So the water is available in rainy season only. So that's why the paddy is not suitable in winter season. Okay, they require lot of water. So water is available in rainy season only. So the paddy requires lot of water. That's why it is suitable in rainy season. Okay, clear or not? Okay. Then we'll come to this point here. The cultivation of crops. Now we're coming to this point, main point, the cultivation of crops. The cultivation of the crops involves several activities undertaken by a farmer. Okay, clear? Undertaken by a farmer over a period of time. The period of time, those activities are called generally agricultural practices. What we call agriculture practices. Clear? Okay. The agriculture practices, that means in mostly the cultivation of crops. Cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by a farmer and over a period of time. These activities are called agricultural practices. And mainly, what are the agriculture practices are involves, we will discuss. So clearly, one by one. So agriculture practices, preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. These are all agricultural practices. Now we'll discuss so one by one each and every so agriculture so the practices. Okay ma? Clear? The first one agricultural practices. Okay, this agricultural practices, first one the preparation of soil. Clear?